Hello. Welcome back to my channel where no one watches. But I did want to talk about Emily's Army / SWMRS, because I don't know if most of you are aware, but half of my videos have to do with Emily's Army and / SWMRS. So I just thought I would come back for one video and talk about what has happened. It's been a good few months or so. I'm not entirely sure because this pandemic makes me feel like I've been living this life for 10 years. But anyways, so if y'all followed me since I started the account when I was in high school, I started getting really into Emily's Army. And then I just was really obsessed with them, right? And if you don't know who Emily's Army is or was, they're a band from Oakland. The drummer's dad is Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day, so which kind of led to their notoriety and all that stuff. So, they made a name for themselves. I mean, I followed them for a good while. They changed their name to SWMRS. And so last year, there's all these different strings of within the music industry, a lot of people were being called out for sexual harassment or sexual assaults. Kind of like the toxic culture, which I get it. And I'm that's great. But here's the thing is, so SWMRS, they came out with a statement. Basically, it was like a 5-post statement, basically saying, we believe the victims, and, if shit happens, we're here for you, and, it was this very long tirade of, just being believe victims of sexual assault, and, but here's the freaking kicker, is, I think an hour after they posted their statement about sexual abuse and feminism and stuff, Lydia from, I guess, the band's name is The Regrets, and I think I may have seen them, I'm not 100% sure, I don't think, or maybe I didn't, I don't know, but anyways, so Lydia of The Regrets, she came out with a statement accusing Joey Armstrong, Billy Joe Armstrong's son, of basically kind of grooming her, kind of using her, his powers, so she was 16, and he was 23, and then they had a secret relationship, when people are saying, oh, it's her fault, and I'm like, well, she's also just a kid, she was a kid, he was 23, he knows that he's in a bigger band than The Regrets. He holds power. His dad's pretty freaking famous. And so, obviously, she looks up to him. And so, I mean, I'm just saying that, when I was her age, if some guy had came up to me and was like, hey, you want to do this and this and this, I'll be like, yeah, I would just follow him blindly. Because that is the mindset of a 16-year-old. And he did, if you don't know what grooming is, it's basically where you, an older person takes a younger person and they kind of mold them into what they want, sexually or whatever. So their relationship was very secret. She basically admitted that she lied to her parents about a lot of things regarding him, because they were just what? But yeah, so at one point in her statement, she does say that before she turned 18, he would kind of coerce her into giving him head and doing sexual favors, even knowing that other people were around. But here's the thing. In California, I looked this up because I was like, could you possibly make a case for that. And yes, you could, because she was under the age, because she explicitly says that she was under the age of 18, and that the fact that she gave him head. I'm sorry, that makes me so weird. But anyways, the fact that she did that as a minor and he was 23 basically means that they could have a case for this. You know, if they have evidence, I guess. But, because that's rape. Because it doesn't matter that it's not vaginal rape. It's still, like, yeah. So basically, that could be considered. You know, I don't know, just... So I looked, because I was like, oh, hey, could she have a case? And apparently she can, but here's the thing. His father's, like, rich, and they're basically white, very light-skinned, and so they can get away with this stuff. I know it's not right, but it's like, But anyways, so basically everyone, like, she released her statement, and everyone's like, what? Joey, say something. Or, like, someone say something, because it's like, your band came out with, like, a statement, like, we are not for sexual assault and blah, blah, blah. And they weren't staying silent. And then Joey came out with a 1-paragraph response saying, like, I'm not going to discredit Lydia. Basically kind of saying that that's what happened. But, like, oh, her, I'm not going to silence her. But, like, I have different... Yeah, it was very, like, dodgy. Like, so it may or may not have happened. That was basically his statement. Like, I don't know. It was just a really horrible, like, 1-paragraph non-apology. It was very sad, and I'm sure it's somewhere on the internet. I know they deleted the post on Instagram. I looked it up because I was like, yeah. Anyways, so here's the thing, is after Joey and Lydia kind of, I guess, their secret relationship sort of dissipated, that's when, like, the band started, like, talking crap about her. Like, they got their fans to gang up on her. I mean, because, like, there was a point in time, I think, like, this period of time, like, as I said, I was a big fan of theirs, but at one point, I kind of, like, moved on with my life. I did other stuff during this supposed period, and I kind of remember that happening, but, like, because I'm a bit older than they are, so I was like, hey, so I didn't really follow the drama at the time, but, like, I remember sort of the kind of backlash that Lydia did get, and which was messed up. And then, like, when you hear her story, and, like, the fact that Joey, like, basically kind of, in a way, like, said, like, confirmed it, then it's just, like, this is not just, oh, it's just Joey, but it's, like, this reflects on the whole band, because they themselves went and got their whole fan base to basically attack this girl for, like, being a girl, and for, like, being, I forgot, like, what they were saying. Like, they were saying all these, like, different lies about her, and they weren't even true. So, but it was just, like, it was so crappy to hear about. And, so SWMRS, I don't think, can come back from this. I don't know. I do not like the fact that they were quiet about this the whole freaking time. They always talk about, like, being pro-women and, like, and it's like none of them spoke up. Like, none of the band members spoke up and said this was wrong. They were all a part of it, which is so ridiculous. So it just, I think to this day I'm still angry that I just, like, I thought they had more integrity, but I'm not surprised that Joey would do that. I guess, Because, I mean, it's always kind of like, he was very shy at first when I met him, like, first met him. And I think, like, you know, as, like, they became more popular, it was, like, stuff got to their head, I guess. But, yeah, and I don't want to, like, you know, dread too much on it, but it's just, I spent a good amount of time and money on this band, and then just to, like, know that they don't really preach what, they don't really do what they preach, you know what I mean? That was really irritating. So far we haven't heard anything, except for the fact that Joey may have gotten married, and it kind of looked like it was recent, and it looked like they weren't wearing masks, and, you know, during a pandemic, like, excuse me, you're just extremely stupid. I mean, I kind of hope it was before the pandemic, you know, just, like, whatever. But it's just, I feel really sorry for whoever he's marrying. I mean, we've seen pictures of her and all that, but it's just, like, I'm very disappointed in this band, and, you know, I will remain a Green Day fan, because this is Joey's band, not Billie Joe's band. But also, at the same time, I feel like it's a little weird that Billie Joe hasn't spoken up, but it's like, you know, but I think that Green Day has also, like, kind of made their stance very clear on, like, what they feel about the shit that's happening, so I don't know, you know, but also, this is very close to Billie Joe's, you know, that's his family, and I heard that he got kicked out, but I'm not sure, so, I mean, these are all, like, just hearsays, but I am still very angry at what happened. I don't know. It's like, I'm not surprised by what happened, but I just wish it was handled better. And I don't think that SWMRS can come back from this and, you know, be all hunky-dory. Like, I don't think that they can, like, let's say they decide to come out with another album. I don't think they'll have as many fans, hopefully, but I feel like, in the sense that, you know, there's been horrible people who do horrible stuff, and they, like, still don't, you know, kind of get away with it, like, you know, Trump and all that, so, you know, it's hard for me to be like, okay, well, this is, you know, I don't want to give them money, and I'm kind of sad that I didn't, you know, purchase their music before, because I was just using it on Spotify, and I still like their music, but I don't want to support them monetarily, and so if I listen to them on Spotify, they get the money, so it's like a whole conundrum, and I'm like, ugh. But I did buy Don't Be a Dick, so I can listen to it 1,000 freaking times, because I do like the music, it's just, I don't want to give money to people who were, like, such hypocrites about this stuff, so, I mean, call me a feminazi, you know, I might be feminazi, I don't know, it's just, that just doesn't sit well with me, when you're, like, saying, oh, we should believe women, and then, like, you know, just, how they treated Lydia was just crap, and, like, that is seriously that's basically pedophilic. So, I don't know. So, comment down below. Sorry it's not really that edited, but, you know, thanks for watching.